Okay, we're going to be installing the VS Code now. So for those using laptop and desktop, you can click on this link. Okay, so there are about three different download buttons here. So this is for Windows, this is for Mac, and this is for other operating system. So I'm using the Windows. I'm going to click on this button. My download has officially started, so let's see. Please, if you're having those issues, just click download. It's very safe. Okay, Visual Studio Code is developed by Microsoft, so it's very safe to download. Going back, if you're using a Mac, please click on this last button, Mac 10.15, Windows 10 and Windows 11. So so it's officially downloading. So when it's done, we'll just open it up. Please, I also create a video for those using the mobile phone on how to download it from Play Store. So follow up on the other video in the group. So you can just pin it to your taskbar after it has installed, so that you won't have to be searching for VS Code every time you open it. So like I said, the VS Code is just a code editor for developers. When it does finish installing, would look into it. So click on finish. And you can now pin it to taskbar, so that it will be easier for you to open up. Okay, so here's the VS Code. Okay, so like I said, this is a code editor for developers, and we have different bars over here. So this bar is just for kind of navigation. So we have file to save files, to copy text, to run, and all that. That is an activity bar. Okay, this is an activity bar. Now what this activity bar means is that majority of what goes on in VS Code can be kind of navigated through here. So if you want to open a folder, you click on the first one. If you want to search for basically anything, you can click on the second icon. Then these are source control for Git and GitHub. We'll be going into that later on. This is run and debug, and these are extensions. So extensions are kind of auxiliaries, what we'll be using to assist us in our coding environment. So I would like us to install three different extensions. We have one known as the live server. Okay, I already have it installed. We have another one known as live preview. Okay, I already have it installed. And we have the last one known as folder. Okay, just leave the last one. Okay, so in your own you might not have these other three. Okay, that's because I've been using this for something else. I just had to install the VS Code again and overwrite my previous version because of you guys. Okay, so basically the VS Code is just a simple code editor, and this last one is known as the status bar. Now what the status bar is it just updates us on the language, the programming language that is being used at that point. So I'll just open a quick folder in the VS Code, and I'll just give a brief introduction of HTML, just a sample HTML. So to go to open a quick folder, you can click on open folder, and you can click on open folder here. So I'll just click on desktop. So now you can rename any folder. Okay, let me just close this. You can go back and rename any folder on your desktop. Okay, you can rename any folder on your desktop. So I'll just rename this. I'll name this folder, I'll name it web tutorials for coding. So I'll go back to the VS Code and open the folder. So I'll go to desktop. So this is it. I've opened the folder. Okay, I've opened the folder. Now I've opened the folder. You can come here. We're going to be creating a file. So you can see about 4 different icons here. Okay, so this first one is to create a file. This second one is to create another folder inside this folder, and this second one is to refresh the folder, while this last one is to collapse the folder in this particular folder. So you can see the folder is being opened here. Okay, so I'll just click on this. I want to create a file. Remember, the first one is a file, and I want to create a HTML file. I can just say index.html. So I'll click on enter, and you can see. All right, so I'm not going to anything related to HTML right now, but I just want to show us the development environment of VS Code, for developers, and basically what we can do. So I'll just create a paragraph here. This is a paragraph. Okay, I'll save it. To save it, simply Ctrl S. So if I want to open this, as far as you have installed the live server or the live preview, now the difference between the live server and the live preview is that the live preview, you can review your code inside this VS Code. Okay, you can review your code inside this VS Code, while the live server is to review it inside the browser. So I'll just right click and I'll just say show preview. So you can see I've reviewed the code inside the VS Code, inside the development environment. So whatever I add here, let me add another paragraph. This is another paragraph. So you can see it has opened, but this is very limited because I want us to use the browser. Okay, so I'm going to close this. So if you have installed the second one, known as the live server, remember this is live preview, it's supposed to open immediately. So it's going to open on the browser. So you can see that's open in the browser. I would like us to be using this one because it's a little bit easier to navigate between the both of them. I don't want us to complex different things. So I'll just go back to the VS Code. So I will stop here for the VS Code while I explain what is the next line in the coding class known as the HTML. So we'll be going into HTML in the next coding class or the next slide. Okay, see you.